People clearly love laundromat videos, but what happens when someone actually tries to invest in a laundromat from scratch? Well, Jacqueline's doing just that. She's a 32-year-old mom who works in data entry, but she's always wanted to start her own business. She's tried so many things with little to no success. She needs this to work. About 8 months ago, she began looking for laundromats and car washes in her area. After many phone calls, a little bit of networking, and plenty of side businesses, she finally found a seller finance deal with great potential. When this deal closes, it'll provide a whole new life for her and her family and a way out of the everyday rat race. That's what's so important to me. My wife and my kids are the core reason that I work so hard. I want to give them the kind of opportunities that I never had growing up, and I'm sure that Jacqueline feels the exact same way. Everybody needs a reason to work hard in life, but I think that some people have way more powerful reasons than others. Let me know who or what your reason is to work hard down in the comment section, because I would love to talk about it in a future video. I know that I'll never forget when I was 18 years old, working at a warehouse where I was on my feet between 10 and 12 hours a day, just so I could provide for my families after my dad had his heart attack. The reason I started all these different kinds of business has been to escape that. I don't ever want to go back, and I really don't want to see my children forced into that kind of lifestyle. Last week, I went down to Texas to go and evaluate the location with Jacqueline. After months of working together virtually through phone calls, texts, Zoom meetings, it was great to finally meet her in person and get to look at her laundromat opportunity. This place has so much potential. It may look like a disaster now, but when she's done, this is going to be a cash printing machine. Before we dive into the property and look at a few surprises, let's talk with Jacqueline and see how she found this deal.
Jacqueline, tell me how you stumbled onto this laundromat deal.
The way I found this was actually kind of funny because I'd been in negotiation with another guy who was totally willing to sell, who wasn't giving me his books, and I got so frustrated. And so I just went driving. I Googled other laundromats, the opposite direction of this guy. And I'm like, that has terrible reviews. The comments say it's for sale. And I'm like, I'm going there. And so I drove out, and there was a realtor's little sign out front that said if interested, call this number. I contacted the agent and we started negotiating.
Tell me about your background on the other businesses that you've done in the past.
I knew I wanted to do business. I did nail polish. I did cooking ware. I always felt this one's going to be different. I could not see myself forcing myself or other people to sell nail polish in COVID. I gave up on those, and I bought myself an embroidery machine, and I was making embroidered jewelry and embroidered towels. My time versus money were not matching. So then I found your channel and other channels talking about laundromats and car washes and vending machines. And I was like, okay, the numbers make sense.
I'm glad that you feel like everything has been so straightforward in this process. And you get the side benefit of your embroidered products and everything else that you have. You can just put in your laundromat and you can sell it too. But you'll be making more money, I would think, with the laundromat. I know there's been some surprises along the way.
Yeah, the business on the other side of the wall, that's really interesting.
Hey, we're going to get to that in a couple minutes, okay?
We're here with Miss Jacqueline. She just went into contract on her very first laundromat, and I'm totally convinced it's absolutely going to change her life. But she's got her work cut out ahead for her. We're going to walk into her laundromat. We're in the due diligence phase. There's a lot to inspect. There's a lot to look at. I am so excited for her because it's totally going to change not just her life, but her family's life too. Excited?
I am. I'm nervous and excited. I'm fine. It's going to be great.
All right, let's go inside and look at Jacqueline's new laundromat. What's been crazy is this has been busy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 people doing laundry right now.
Okay.
You've just had a couple people leave. You've had 6 or 7 dryers, and this place is an absolute dump.
When I came on a Saturday morning, there was 1 person here, and I was like, okay.
You've got, we counted 36 dryers and almost 40 washers. She can have up to a capacity of, it's going to be over 1,000 pounds of wash and dry capacity. The things that are going wrong here are, to me, easily fixable. You've got a terrible floor.
Yep.
You got filthy, dirty ceiling panels. You've got a bunch of broken washers, but immediately, all of the washers are fixable other than the top loads that are on the backside.
Okay.
The worst thing you got going here is the top loads they all need to be scrapped.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, you've got,
33 other washers. We priced out replacements for these, and we can get them for about $700 right now.
Oh, wow.
So you can take it from 7 to 6. You get a little bit more folding room, and it's like $3,500. And then everything in here is working if you wanted to replace these, and you don't have to. There's so much good things here. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
And you've got the gas station across right over there, tons of parking if you need it. You're probably going to have a full parking lot all day long.
That's so crazy.
And you've got homeless people living behind here. They've got a whole bed set up behind it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I would say the thing is that I find so often with people like Jacqueline is your story is very common. And you have persevered through dirty laundromats, unsafe laundromats.
This wasn't even, I don't even think this was on the market when I was first looking. So this deal wasn't even on my radar then.
In order for Jacqueline to buy this laundromat, she also has to buy a liquor store. In my eyes, that space has so much potential. It's almost, and you can tell me I'm wrong here, but it's almost the size of the laundromat.
Yeah, so it's half the size of the laundromat. So laundromat is 2,000 square feet. Liquor store is 1,000 square feet.
I totally think that in order to make the most money that you need to find a partner on this business rather than doing it yourself. I would love to find you a partner that can come on board and run that liquor store. And I think one of the ways we're going to do it, guys, if you're watching this video, is we're going to set up Jacqueline's own private Discord channel on the Investment of Joy Discord. If you've ever wanted to own your own liquor store, check it out. It'll be in the video description. So let's break down the numbers in detail for Jacqueline's laundromat. The total purchase price for the laundromat is $575,000. The seller is willing to finance $465,000 of this total amount as long as Jacqueline can come up with $110,000. Now, I know it's going to shock you, but a data entry position just does not make that much money. So my team had to come up with a way for Jacqueline to come up even with that $110,000 amount. So we turned to the world of private finance. I spent quite a bit of time with Jacqueline showing her how to build a competent business plan that she could then take to private investors and show them how they could get an above average return by investing in this laundromat. With a couple weeks of shopping, she was able to collect an additional $80,000 towards the purchase price. At this point, Jacqueline only has to come up with $30,000 to purchase the deal. Much easier on that data entry salary. Now, for debt service, the seller is giving her a 30-year mortgage at 7.5%. The monthly payment that Jacqueline's going to have to pay is $3,251 per month. Now, part of this goes towards the principal and part goes towards interest. Her private investor will get a small monthly payment, but they're mostly interested in equity and tax write-offs for this laundromat. Tax write-offs are phenomenal when you invest in a laundromat business. Going into the deal, we estimated that she would make between $10,000 and $20,000 in repairs. Unfortunately, that number has since grown to $120,000 in repairs, so we're going back to the seller to negotiate some discounts. Generally speaking, we've been pretty successful with negotiating these kinds of discounts. Beyond debt service payments, she'll also need to make around a $1,500 a month water payment, a $750 gas payment, a $500 electric payment, and around $1,500 for the location to be cleaned and general low-level labor costs. This results in about $5,750 per month in additional costs she'll need to operate this business. Add in the debt service and she's at $9,000 a month. That's bad news. Good news is I truly believe that at full functioning of this laundromat, she should hit between $20,000 and $25,000 per month. One of the big wild cards that does exist is this Samsung chip fab plant. It's going to bring in tons of jobs, and I think that she could increase her revenue significantly through a competent wash, dry, fold program, as well as pickup and delivery. We have several videos coming out in the near future regarding a $5 million pickup and delivery business that a friend of mine started with high school friends from his garage, so be on the lookout for that video. So all in all, I really believe that Jacqueline is in line to get between $11,000 and $15,000 per month at this location. One of the other things that we'll have to talk about in a future video will be retooling costs. Now, to really make the most of this location, she will need to retool in the near future. Looking over the equipment, she can limp it along for a year or two, put some money in her pocket, and then address the retool scenario down the road. This is more or less what I did for my own laundromat, and now we've more than doubled our sales. Tell me where we're at right now, Jacqueline, with as far as this deal goes.
So we had the inspector come out. He gave us a blueprint of what needs to be fixed. And so now we are in contact with companies who do those repairs, and they are coming out, looking at the place, telling us how much it would cost to get fixed and giving us options for next steps.
Great to work with you. I'm super excited to see how much money you can make off this thing.
Thank you. I'm excited too. It's going to be great.
I know what you're asking. How do I know that Jacqueline will be successful? Well, in the short time that we've worked together, I've seen so many of the qualities that we look for in great operators: perseverance, a great work ethic, the desire to do more, and a willingness to listen and learn. Those are just a few of the qualities that you need to succeed. These are by no means the only attributes that are required, but if you want to start a successful business, they will get you pretty far. Are there any qualities that I'm missing? Let me know which ones you think are most important in the comments below. My team and I absolutely loved working with Jacqueline, and we really didn't drill into all of this on camera, but she's persevered through so much, and now she's finally on the other side, but this is just the beginning. We'll be here to help her along the way as she grows a single location into what hopefully is going to be a portfolio of top performing locations. This is something that I really want to get into more of. I know that there's plenty of shady consultants out there that will tell you whatever they want you to hear just so they can make a quick buck. I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to keep finding ways to create value for people out there just like Jacqueline. We're combining great people and our resources together to make great deals happen. If you have a great deal or you want to learn more about how we can help you, schedule a call with my team. I'll put a link down in the comment section.